Yeah, this is a good win 'cause coming off a finals week. Sometimes it's a tough week for these ladies. Focus is in the classroom, practice time is shorter. So I was pleased with really how they came out of the gates and got this thing started, especially defensively, to hold them to 5 points in that first quarter. So good defense led to really good offense to start the game, and then we're spurty enough throughout. We had some good stretches, and we had some stretches where we were a little shaky and needed to play cleaner, more focused ball. But that'll make for a good practice tomorrow.
Coach, you held their best player, Tanze, to 1 of 6, I think 1 basket. She had 1 basket.
She made 1 3 to end the second quarter.
Yeah, she had 1 basket the entire game. What did you do to contain her?
Well, she's very good, and she really knows how to hunt down her shot, and she's shooting an incredible percentage. She's 15th in the country, I believe, in three-point shooting percentage. So we didn't want her to come in here and start feeling good when that ball leaves her hand. And so, we started Marty on her. We switched a lot on her, so everybody was in the plan to not let her get going and to get a rhythm. So collectively, the kids did a really good job of knowing where she was. And even when we got switched off, our bigs did a great job guarding her as well.
And part of that switching, we're seeing a bunch of new faces, kind of like freshmen, and they've kind of really earned their stripes in the past couple of games, putting up points. How did you like their performance today?
Yeah, they were good. Chloe, especially right out of the gate, that's a pretty good freshman there. And then, Brooke really brings a different energy and pace to the lineup. We're able to get some stuff in the fast break when she's in there. But both, they stay on the floor if they guard really well. And usually that's what pulls freshmen off the floor and sitting next to us is, sustaining the intensity as well as the execution, and the limiting mistakes is usually hard for new players. These kids are way ahead of schedule that way, and that's why they get to stay on the floor. And when they're on the floor, they really help us.
This is your guys' best season rebounding since Carly Murphy and Kendall Kinzer in 2021-22, when they both had the second and third best seasons. Is that an emphasis that you had this season, or do you feel like it's just a personnel thing?
These kids fight. They battle. We do some things schematically that probably help us rebound a little bit better. But it's just they're very determined to finish a possession. And, we play small a fair amount, and so you've got to have some fight. You've got to have some technique, and you better do it as a team. And this group is buying into that. So pleased with where we're at there. Some nights better than others, obviously. I think against Gonzaga we got out-rebounded by 20, but it's not all about rebounding. It's how many did they score on those. And I think that's where we do a nice job. We don't give up a lot of second-chance points.
In a game like this with a big score discrepancy, it's easy to get comfortable. How do you make sure that you keep Russell focused on winning, even if there's 20 points of difference in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, and we had some stretches where we played really good basketball, and I thought we had some stretches where we were a little silly, and we just got out of character. This is how we got the lead. And then we started straying from that. You saw some quick shots, some one-pass, we call them one-pass jacks, and I don't know if we made one. I don't think we made one shot and are they open? Yeah, all right. But how about we make somebody play a little defense, and maybe get a layup, maybe get to the foul line. But we fall in love with that quick three way too much. It didn't bite us in the butt tonight, but I told the kids in a couple of huddles, if this were a closer game, you are going to kick yourself because of your shot selection. That's why we shot 18% in the third quarter. Okay, we took a lot of bad shots. But, again, we've still got some time to learn here, and that'll make for a good practice tomorrow.
Coach, can you talk for a second about Joe Baugh, who 6 rebounds, or 7, I think. I think she led the team in rebounding tonight. You just talk about her effort.
Well, Joe plays with incredible effort. She really has been a focused player every time we put her in there. And she knows her role. She plays her role. And she's a good athlete. She's got good strength, good toughness. She's got a good nose for the basketball. So, her minutes increase, it seemed like, here the last 3 or 4 games. I think it will continue to do that. And she helps us space the floor. She really knows how to play that, that short corner spot and cut well and offensive rebound from there. So I'm really happy with Jo. She's playing like a senior should play. She plays right. She plays hard. And you know what? She brings incredible energy.
Chloe's coming off of a tough 3-game stretch for her. Did you kind of challenge her to assert herself more tonight, or what did you see out of her to kind of break out of that?
We don't need to challenge. Chloe challenges herself. That young lady holds herself to an incredible standard in everything she does. And so I just think, there are stretches where matchups are a little tougher. Maybe their defensive scheme's a little different that maybe doesn't fit your offensive strengths. But I liked her mentality tonight. At the end of the day, she came out aggressive. She got to her spot. She finished with really good balance off of 2 feet, got fouled. So, and her focus is on basketball right now. These last couple of weeks for these kids have not been easy. These are very conscientious students, so it's easy to kind of be in and out a little bit focus-wise on the basketball court, but, she was all hoops tonight, wasn't she?
Can you talk a little bit about, what's coming up now? You've got this holiday tournament, a couple of really interesting matchups. What are you hoping to get out of this tournament as you finish out the non-conference season?
2 very tough teams, 2 athletic teams, Georgia and Stephen F. Austin. But we just hope to keep growing our basketball team. Again, we have to play right for longer stretches. Again, we let the game go sideways too many times tonight, for my liking. We're not going to beat the top teams in our league playing, the 2-minute stretch, 3-minute stretch where, we are not playing right. And so it's 2 more games to grow that. And you're going to need to do that. You can't waste possessions. You can't. You can't look at that scoreboard and you've got to play the game and execute 0-0. So, but we will be challenged. We will be pressured. There will be incredible size in the paint. So it'll help us grow our physicality. And so we'll be tested, no doubt. These kids like playing big games. They do. And our schedule has been really difficult. This has been as difficult a schedule, I think, as we've had in a while here. So to close it out with those 2 challenges will help us get into conference play.